Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tanvi Gad. I am a student of Sindh University Campus Larkana, Department of Computer Science. My roll number is 2K17 LCS 43. Today I am presenting the presentation of subject operation system to Asif Ali Jamali Saab. Course First of all, course outline: Introduction to operating system. What is date lock? Processor scheduling. What is process? Inter-process communication. Operating system. It is a collection of operative program data provides an interface for the user to interact with the computer. An OS is a program data controls the execution of application. Programs and X is an interface between applications and computer. Objective of OS. Convenience. An OS makes a computer more convenient to use means we can use computer through OS in a friendly manner and can use multiple things at a time. Efficiency. An OS allows the computer system resource to be used in efficient manner. It is not the OS itself, but the hardware that makes all kind of services possible and available to application programs. An OS merely exploits the hardware to provide easily accessible interfaces. Ability to evolve. To better understand the requirements for an operating system, it is useful to consider how operating systems have evolved over the years. Deadlock. Deadlock is a problem. It is a situation or condition when two or more processes sharing the same resources are effectively preventing each other from accessing the resources. That is called deadlock. Condition for deadlock: mutual exhaustion, not shareable. Hold and wait. Holding one source and waiting for another to come, then deadlock may occur. No preemption. A resource can released voluntarily by process itself. Circular wait. Each process must be waiting for a resource which is being held by another process which is waiting for the first process to release the resource. Processor scheduling. It is the change of ready state to running state of the process. CPU scheduler selects a process among the process that are ready to execute and allocates CPU to one of them. Short-term schedulers, also known as dispatchers, makes the decision of which process to execute next. Scheduling levels. Long-term scheduling is done when a new process is created. It initiates a process and so controls the degree of multi-programming, number of process in memory. Medium term scheduling. Medium term scheduling involves suspending or resuming process by swapping, rolling them out of or into memory. Short term process or CPU scheduling occurs most frequently and decides which process to execute next. What is process? An execution of program is called a process. It is an active entity. It contains program code as well as current and formal for executing the program, like it has program counter which store address of next instruction, and it has stack, CPU, register, data section. Process state transition diagram. New, new admitted interput exit ready running waiting terminated IO event compilation IO or event wait. New, the process is created. Ready, process are ready for executing by CPU. Running, instruction is executing. Waiting, process is waiting for IO for an event to occur. Terminated, process is finished. Inter-process communication IPC. Inter-process communication. A process can be of two types: independent process, cooperating process. An independent process is not affected by the execution of other process, while a cooperating process can be affected by other executing process. Through one can think that those processes which are running independently will execute very efficiently. In reality, there are many situations when cooperative nature can be utilized for increasing compilation speed, convenience, and modularity. Inter-process communication (IPC) inter-process communication is a mechanism synchronize their actions. The communication between these processes can be seen as a method of cooperation between them. Process can be communicate with each other through the both shared memory, message passing. An operating system can implement both method of communication. First, we will discuss the shared memory methods of communication, and then message passing communication between process using shared memory requires process to share some variable, and it completely depends on how programmer will implement it. One way of communication using shared memory will implement can be imagined like this. Suppose process 1 and process 2 are executing simultaneously, and they share some resources or use some information from another process. Process 1 generate and keeps it as a record in shared memory. When process 2 needs to use the shared information, it will check on the record stored in process 1 and act accordingly. Processes can use shared memory as for delivering any specific information to other processes. Let's discuss an example of communication between processes using shared memory method. Inter-process communication, shared memory method. Example: producer consumer problem. There are two types of process: producer and customer. Producer produce some item and customer consumes that item. The two processes share a common space or memory location known as a buffer, where the item produced by producer is stored and from which the customer consumes the item. If needed, there are two versions of problem. The first one is known as unbounded buffer problem, in which producer can keep on producing items and there is no limit on the size of the buffer. The second one is known as the bounded buffer problem, in which a producer can produce up to a certain number of items before it starts waiting for customer to consume it. We will discuss the bounded buffer problem. First, the producer and the customer will share some common memory. Then, producer will start producing items. If the total produced item is equal to the size buffer, producer will wait to consume by the customer. Similarly, the customer will first check for the availability of the item. If no item is available, customer will wait for product to produce it. If there are items available, customer will consume it. Inter-process communication (IPC). Number two, message passing method. Now we will start our discussion of the communication between process via a message passing. In this method, processes communicate with each other without using any kind of shared memory. If two processes P1 and P2 want to communicate with each other, they process as follows. And there is next condition: establish a communication link. If a link already exists, no need to establish it again. Start exchanging messages using basic premise. We need at least two primitives: send message destination or send message, receive message host or receive message. Thank you so much.